daily driver on a regular basis, we want to take, we could go up. I'm gonna go right here. You can come back maybe. I think I've been on that route, but they can handle this terrain pretty good. I went with the FM1 foot shift. I like shifting. Ooh, what we got here? You see that? Is that an owl? I don't know if you can see it. This camera. I think that's what we got there. That looks like I heard it. I can't really tell from here. If I throw a rock at it, I can't really. See, if I throw a rock at it, I can get him to take off. It ain't gonna hurt him because I ain't gonna throw a big rock. Just something to get him to fly. I'm pretty sure it's a. Make sure ain't no snake. There we go. What is that? Is an owl, I'm pretty sure. Over on that limb. Oh, pretty sure it's an owl. All right, but yeah, this rancher, it's been out for a while. It's model, but you know, it's time tested. It's not the latest and greatest and newest, but it definitely gets the job done. It's not independent, don't have a locker, don't have power steering, not CVT, automatic, don't have a phone charger. I mean, you can hook a aftermarket, not aftermarket, but accessory 12 volt up to it. I mean, I know the Can-Ams, they got the magnetic holder and stuff, but Can-Ams just have too many problems. I mean, if you rode these mountains, and not just the Hatfield McCoy trail, but the locals too. Say you lived here and you went hunting and you took local trails and rode these on a regular basis weekly, they tend to start revealing the shortcomings over time. Players too. They just have problems. You know, they just aren't built the same. I mean, I'm not trying to say, oh, Honda's the best. I mean, if you don't ride that frequent, you may be fine and not have any real issues. If you ride relatively flat trails and you properly maintenance and perform preventative maintenance, you may not really experience too many issues. But if you're riding rugged and rough terrain, I mean, it's not the smoothest riding, believe me. I mean, but I'm okay with it. I rode rougher. The 300s were rougher, and it don't have power steering, so. And it don't have a locker, but if you hold the front brake, it's got limited slip. It will engage it. But if you ride well enough, I mean, look at the terrain I ride in. It's pretty rugged. It's not mud bogging or anything. But that's 4080. I think it just goes around and comes back down. But I prefer just to go through creeks or something that ain't too deep, clear water, as opposed to mud holes. That's just not my thing. Now, when we were kids, we'd come up through these mountains on Suzuki LT80s. When I was just a real little guy with a big old helmet, because Dad made us wear helmets when we were real little. But once we got 12 and 13, we didn't really have to wear them no more. But we had a lot of seat time in these mountains, you know. But we'd ride them little things. We'd have to go down steep hills. And my dad would hand a Honda 300 in front of us, because them little Suzuki, see, that would be like a local trail. You know, it's not maintenance, it's rough. But we'd be riding them little LT 80s and Suzukis, and we'd come down a steep and we'd hit the brake, but it only had rear brakes, if I'm telling you correctly. And we'd be sliding, and we'd hit bounce off him. We'd bounce off of him to keep from continuously going down the mountain. That's how, you know, that's how we stopped. That's how he prevented us from going all the way down the mountain. We just bumped into him. That's just how we did it. And I don't think we climbed anything too steep on them for obvious reasons. I don't remember. I mean, we climbed hills. I know we spun up a bunch of ones on them little things, but nothing real challenging. Nothing that those machines would be simply incapable of doing. But we did ride rough stuff, which that's just the way it is here. But anyway, we'd hit mud holes and them little things. We'd have jeans on and just white t-shirts and stuff. Now, as hot as it gets here, and if you've been here, I mean, it was 94 yesterday, and felt like 101 with 52% humidity. And you see how sunburned I am. It gets hot here. It feels hotter here than Florida because of the humidity. But anyway, when it's, you know, 90s and 100, it's pretty rough. But anyway, what I aim to say is, yeah, and we'd ride, but while we were still riding, we'd go on, and that mud would dry on our jeans, our Wrangler jeans, you know. And talk about uncomfortable, because it's like having cement on your, you know. But then when we got back, that would require us, I don't know if this is a Photoshop spot, if that's what that blue flag is, or if it's something else. I came this way once before. But anyway, yeah, that was part of my growing up upbringing. We'd have to wash them things, you know. So I got that riding that in them mud holes out of my system years ago. It just doesn't, but you know, when you spend a lot of money, it's not ideal to get mud all up in there and everything. I mean, or tear it up, or if you bought something used cheap off Marketplace or something like that, but I mean, see, that would be like an old trail, but you have stuff that looks like that's just being rode up by a four-wheeler. It ain't maintenance other than going up and over the same area periodically to a tree stand or something like that, a feeder or whatever. I mean, there's no entry here. I mean, it don't look that bad, but you kind kind of get a general idea. I mean, this ain't bad, but you see what it looks like. It's not a trail, but I'm just going to run up here real fast. This might actually be the trail, but I'm gonna go back down there. I did hit something there, but I don't think it hurt anything. But I mean, this ain't bad, but this is not maintenance. You see, when it washes out, time after time again, it gets a little more challenging. And see, it's starting to slide a little bit, but nothing bad. But it gets more of an extreme. I don't know if I bottomed out on this run. Let's go real slow and see if I can feel it. I hit something there. That's typical. Stick that flew up a little bit. I'm pretty sure this just goes around this way back up to that road. I'm pretty sure that's what that is, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong. We used to, when I was a kid, go up in these creeks like this and catch lizards for fishing. There's probably some in there. Gotta watch out for snakes too, but you know, I don't remember us running really into too many snakes doing that, or seeing any. There could have been that we just didn't see them. Thank God we didn't get bit by them. I mean, I've seen plenty of snakes. I just don't remember when I was real little we used to do that. A darker holler. This is 47. And that's a no entry, but that's pretty much something that goes on around that way. But that's kind of considered a good local trail. You know, you have them like that in sections, but you know, and sometimes it's the really rough stuff up to the top, and then you ride around. It's not too bad, but it does get washed out in areas like that because there's just so many runoffs for the water and trees down, and just over the years it just gets a lot worse. Boy, it is cold right here. See this fall. I think it's coming out from over here, maybe over in there. I think that's why I smell, I don't know if that's methane or sulfuric, like acid. I think it's methane coming out of that cave. Maybe it may be coming here. There's a gas pipeline. Yeah, this is easy little, kind of like a creek bed down in the valley, holler, same thing, different names. Now when we have flash floods, which we're supposed to, from warnings from today throughout tomorrow, and it happens, this could be 2 or 3 feet deep, but rushing. Because all that water, it don't have nowhere to go but all the way down these valleys. If you remember Helene and what it did to western and eastern North Carolina, it happens like that, maybe not to the extreme, but it happens similar to that seasonal. And depending on the severity and how much rain and how short a period of time it, you know. So you have to be, if you live here, you know, should be aware to always to check, you know, because it changes. This could be washed out, which wouldn't be too bad because it's level. But on the mountain, when that washes out, it's a different story. See, this is easy. It's not real technical or stimulating. I mean, it's not flat, but it's not bad at all. It creek's pretty dry. It won't be probably by Saturday or Friday or even this evening. But had another little bug in